Hey guys, I want to introduce you to our speaker. His name is Sam Fowler, and he is the director of our local Boys and Girls Club, so give a round of applause.
Well, it truly is a privilege to be here, but I gotta confess, I'm a little bit ticked. You see, I had a conversation with an old guy this week out at the golf course. Old to me, ancient to you, okay? And I was talking to him and he said, hey, you wanna play golf on Saturday? I said, no, man, I got the privilege of coming down to the Canyon Ridge graduation and speaking. And this old guy, yeah, wait till you hear what he said. This old guy said to me, seriously? Do you know how much easier it is to graduate high school now than it was back in my day? Now I want you to know, class of 2011, I went to war right there on the golf course. And I looked at this old man and I said, are you out of your mind? Do you not understand that the seniors of the class of 2011 have had to go through great lengths to get to this place to graduate? They have had to learn things that you never had to learn, like computers and how to properly use spell check. They've had to use calculators, which are very complicated instruments, and not do it longhand like you used to do it back in the day. Seriously, they've had to do extracurricular activities, all while keeping up on Facebook and sending 500 text messages a day. That's amazing. And the truth is, he doesn't know what I know about you, because I have done my homework. You all have had very interesting careers as human beings. Let me just highlight a few things from your career as a human being. Since you have started breathing, you have given the world amazing things. You are a very powerful people. Only folks like you could make international phenomenons out of people like Elmo and Pokemon. You guys built the Disney empire when you were younger. I still remember, yeah, go ahead, give it a cheer. You're putting lots of people on your spot. I still remember sitting down one day and I got my Rolling Stone and I opened, to my horror, realized that Hannah Montana had sold more records that week than Michael Jackson. You all are powerful because you have been able to turn people with minimal talent into incredible superstars, into people that are bigger than people with real talent. You have given the world, during your career as human beings, Britney Spears, Ryan Seacrest, and your latest and greatest, Jersey Shore. Wow, you guys are good. But you just didn't stick with people with no talent. You went above and beyond that. You got into the world of fashion. You have given the world, class of 2011, skinny jeans. Now, never mind that every woman over the age of 30 in this room hates your guts, okay? But what's beautiful about that is you guys are equal opportunity folks. You have made it okay for guys to wear skinny jeans. Man, we are impressed. In fact, I was just talking right before this started with Mr. Dickinson. He can't wait to break out a skinny jean collection this summer. I'm looking forward to that. But I got to tell you, the most impressive thing you've done, and you've done something that no other class, no other graduating class in the history of America has ever done. I'm serious about this. You have survived the end of the world twice. You started out your educational career with Y2K, and then you got past last Saturday. You guys are powerful, man. Wow. But in all seriousness, this senior class has done some pretty amazing things. One of my great privileges was sitting down with your senior class officers not too long ago and talking about your class and how proud they are of your school spirit, of your pride, of your willingness to be a part of something new and something great. In fact, I want to tell you in all seriousness, you have changed a sentence that has been used in Twin Falls for years and years and years and years. And I mean this in all sincerity. You have changed a very, very powerful thing. No longer in the community of Twin Falls, when there is a youth event, high school event, something going on, can someone ask, where's it at? And then someone else answer, it's at the high school. Because now, if somebody dares ask that, they get confronted with the question, which one? Right? Now let me tell you why that's powerful. Because there are kids that are going to come behind you. I have a 10-year-old daughter, 11-year-old son, who cannot wait to be Riverhawks because of this class. Right? And that's all to say that when you're able to change the vocabulary, when you're able to leave a legacy because of your willingness to choose better instead of bitter, because of your willingness to embrace being a part of something bigger than yourself, that's when you start making a difference. All of these people here today are very, very proud of you, and we are incredibly grateful for what you have done as a senior class. But you need to know that you had help, right? In fact, senior class, I would like to point out some of the people who have helped you build your story along the way. Would all of the faculty and staff of Canyon Ridge High School please stand for a moment? Senior class, take a good look at these folks. You may have not always agreed with everything they made you do. You may not have always liked everything they had for you, but you need to understand one thing about all of these people. All of these people knew that investing in you and investing in your education was one of the greatest privileges they could ever have. These folks have done one thing at least. They have taught you how to think, so that as you go forth from this place, you will never check your brains at the door. This wasn't about algebra. It wasn't about parsing a sentence. It was about giving you the opportunity and the ability to make choices down the line that help you be successful. I think you owe them an ovation of gratitude right now. Faculty and staff, you may be seated. Graduates, stay standing for a second, though. You see all these other people? All of these people that are here today, it's not because they couldn't think of anything better to do. They're here today because they take great pride in you. They love you. These are your family and friends. The fun part with all of these folks is they're looking at you right now thinking all sorts of things. They're trying not to cry. They're trying to remember all the times they got up in the middle of the night and fed you. All the miles spent being your taxi driver. All of the spring soccer and baseball games where they froze their rear end off watching you. All the times they had to take care of your diaper. And yet they sit here thinking how proud they are to be able to have gotten to this day to celebrate you. I think you owe them a standing round of ovation. You may be seated. So here it is. On your graduation day, I want to tell you just a couple things. You need to understand that this is not a beginning, it's not an end, it's just a continuation of the story that you've already been writing. But this is a milestone. But there's something you need to know as you graduate and as you get launched into adulthood and all the other things that your life has in store for you. There are two things that you need to do, and that's really all. First thing that you need to do is you need to understand that your story, your life story, really does matter. There are no wasted lives. There are no people who don't deserve to be here. Your story really does matter. And I hope that if you haven't figured that out yet, that in the days ahead you will, because it'll help you with the second thing you need to do as a human being. You need to participate in a story that's bigger than yourself. It's what gives your story meaning. It's what gives you a sense of purpose. It's what gives you a mission. All of these people that are here for you today, they're participating in something bigger than themselves, and that's you. We hope that as you get launched into adulthood, as you go forth from this place, whether it be into the workforce, college, military, whatever it is, we hope that you understand that you really matter and you can make a serious difference in this world. It really comes down to this. I'm old enough now to understand that there are people who choose one of two things. They either choose to get bitter or they choose to get better. Bitter people are often disappointed that the world does not revolve around them. And so when they complain, you pick up that theme. Better people understand that whenever life throws them their curveballs or their challenges, they choose better because they understand that joy, happiness, enthusiasm can be found when they participate in something that's bigger than them. And I would hope that you would get that. You have a choice on whether to be enthusiastic about things that make you bitter or enthusiastic about things that make you better. And I want to leave you with this. I learned bitter versus better on March 28th, 1992, before any of you were even a thought. March 28th, 1992, a significant event in human history took place. Duke University men's basketball team was playing against all of these evil little minions at the University of Kentucky. And that's a fact, okay? And I'm a huge Duke guy, and my whole world kind of, goes like this depending on how the men's basketball team was doing. And this is one of those games that was incredible. It was in the NCAA tournament. I was so excited. I'm watching my team. I was standing on my parents' couch. My parents were over here, and Christy, the woman I was going to marry, the woman I loved, was sitting over there watching this game with me. And it was so exciting. One of those games goes back and forth until it went into overtime. And then one of the little satanic little devil demons of the University of Kentucky, their point guard, Sean Woods, drives down the middle of the lane. He throws up this half hook, kind of like an Austin Thomas jumper, one of those type of things. Throws it up like that, and it goes in. And I'm standing on my parents' couch just yelling and screaming. I was so mad. I was saying lots of colorful metaphors at the TV. And I'm just screaming, and my parents are trying not to look at me, and this woman I was going to marry is giving me the look. Every married guy in this room just had a little shudder run down his spine. Because she gave me the look. But then, like something out of a movie, the heavens parted, and sunlight came down upon Coach Mike Krzyzewski as he called timeout, and he called Duke's Angels into the huddle. And he told his Angels to go out there and win the game. And sure enough, the Angel Grant Hill went out there and took the ball from the referee. And then he looked down the court, and he saw his other Angel, Christian Leitner, down the court, and he passed him the ball. Leitner caught it, spun right, turned around, 3 little demons in his face, shot it. Nothing but net. And the world was right again. And I start screaming and yelling. I'm so excited and so enthusiastic. We won the kingdom shall reign. I start jumping up and down on my parents' couch, and I run over to Christy and I say, Christy, give me a hug. We won. And she said, don't touch me. I said, come on, what's wrong with you? We won, give me a hug. And she said, don't you touch me. And then she said something for which I will never forget. She said, just once, I would like to see that type of enthusiasm when I walk into a room, rather than for 5 guys you don't even know. Man, women got away with words, man, I'm telling you. And I love her to death, and she was teasing me that day, but you know what? She was right. That's what I want to leave you with today. You have the choice on what you will become enthusiastic over. I hope it's the right things. From here on out, every day, you have the choice to be exactly who you are. People don't do it to you. Life doesn't make it so. You choose who you're going to be. And so on this day, your high school graduation, I want to tell you sincerely, congratulations. And all of us out here want you to know the world is yours. We just ask that you leave it better than you found it. Congratulations, 2011 class.